Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, upbeat, very happy, hoping you're having a great day. We're keeping everything upbeat as your new authoritative source for news because I don't believe that CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, and the like are truly authoritative. I like to look at all different media, get my own perspective, and then bring you the news that I think is worthy of discussion, something that you need to see outside of the corporate lines. And let me tell you something. Most of you are pretty damn aware that when we're talking about the pharma industry, especially big pharma, what's it all about? Money, 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 money. Ain't about cures, ain't about help, ain't about the little guy getting by, okay? It's about a profit motive. It's about money. It's about control. We're going to go over a couple stories right now that prove that beyond a reasonable doubt. Get used to it, all right? It's an unfortunate truth in this life that the powers that be, they ain't looking to cure anything. You know why? Not profitable. So we're going to go to this story right here. Pfizer deliberately buried data showing its arthritis drug might also prevent Alzheimer's. Why? Because it wouldn't have made the pharma giant any money. These are about money. That's all. It's only about money. You mean this isn't about helping people? I don't understand. I thought that these were people that really wanted to help. No? Not at all? Not even a little bit? I mean, come on. Give me a break. I just can't even believe it. And, you know, I stream these things live, guys. I wonder if the logo that I put in my thumb is the reason I have one person watching live. One person watching live. You know, I'm just waiting for that message from YouTube telling me it's all over for your channel because you're not an authoritative source or you've engaged in some type of hate speech or bigotry because you report the truth. So let's read some of this for the people. I think it's an extremely important story. Should be headlines around the world, but it's not. It's okay. That's all right. People don't believe the mainstream anyway anymore, so let's just get into it. One of the world's biggest drug firms deliberately buried data showing one of its arthritis medications could slash the risk of Alzheimer's. Pfizer kept its finding under wraps for more than 3 years because it claims it didn't believe the evidence was strong enough. Bullshit. It found a link between Alzheimer's and the drug Enbrel when analyzing medical insurance claims in hundreds of thousands of people in the United States. Large data set, no big deal. People taking Enbrel, the anti-inflammatory used to treat rheumatoid arthritis, appeared to be 80 or 60? 64% less likely to develop the memory-robbing disorder. But after years of discussion, the company decided not to reveal what it had found, according to documents seen by the Washington Post. This is why it is so important to protect journalists, whistleblowers, and people that leak internal documents. You know why? Because these people are liars. They are liars for profit. That's what they are. All right? Billions and trillions of dollars go behind these things. And guess what? They ain't looking to save you, your family, your loved ones, your neighbors, or your friends unless they got the cash to do it, baby. You know, we can sit here and talk about a broken medical system all day long, but one of the big parts of that broken system are the Pfizers of the world, the Bears of the world, which we're about to get into. See, this story, not that shocking to me. There's another one, also not that shocking to me, that literally has been around for decades. So here's the Enbrel, but how about this headline? Yeah, this one's out to yesterday. Dozens of schoolboys infected with HIV after secret blood trial inquiry hears. And guess what? That ain't that big of news to this guy. I've been reporting on similar stories, and we're going to show you those similar stories from Bear for some time. Factor 8. Look it up. But let's read this. Let's get down and dirty, nitty gritty. Okay? More than 50 boys were infected with HIV after being secretly enrolled in a trial of polluted blood products, the infected blood inquiry has been told. The boys were pupils at Trelaris College in Hampshire, a specialist disability school that offered places to hemophiliacs in 1970s and the 1980s. Hemophiliacs. Remember, Ryan White, they paraded him around. Kid with HIV, got it, they said, from a blood transfusion. Never proved that. Arthur Ashe, famous tennis player, hemophiliac, said he got it from a blood transfusion. Never proved that. Of more than 80 hemophiliacs at the school who were given the contaminated blood products as part of their treatment, just 16 are still alive. Abe Goodyear, one of the survivors, told the Inquirer his records show he was among a group of 50 boys enrolled in an 8-month trial of a blood plasma. He said neither he or his parents were informed that he had been selected for the trial of a new blood plasma product made by U.S. pharmaceutical manufacturer Spaywood Laboratories. The blood products used to prevent the bleeding, which hemophiliacs are prone to, were dispensed in purpose-built NHS-run clinic at the school. I believe everyone in that trial became infected with HIV, he told the Inquiry. We don't know for certain if it was the first 8 months of that trial, but it was definitely in the American products because I was very sick from that batch. Mr. Goodyear, who was affected with HIV and Hep C, told the Inquiry that after the trial, he almost only received American blood products, and a nurse at the clinic told him these products were responsible. Can you imagine working in that clinic, knowing you're doing this to kids? To kids? She told us that there was one batch that was infected all of us boys. She didn't mean one batch. She meant there was one line of products. Almost 5,000 people have been infected with HIV and Hep C by infected blood products used to treat hemophilia or the transfusions of contaminated whole blood used in the NHS. Nearly 3,000 of them have died. So guess what? Happened here. That's in the UK. Happened here. Type in bear factor 8. You see all this? You see all this? You keep going. Joe Scarborough, we've played it on this show and others that I've done, had an expert on way back before he was married to Mika on Morning Joe, where they explained this. Okay? This is a Guardian story. Right here. Oh, they knowingly sold it. Yeah, they got caught in the United States, then shipped it overseas and sold it there. Factor 8. This is a 2003 article. We've known this. How is Bayer still in business? I hope they get taken out now with that $66 billion merger with Monsanto and them losing lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. 3 so far. It's got to be 300, 3,000 that they lose. We want them out of here. We need a new regulatory system that will protect us from these predators that prey on the weak and sick. Sicario, I thank you for those super chats. Guys, super chats are what's going to keep me alive as long as this thing is monetized. Before I get into more of the bear stories, I want to show you how much of my stuff right here is being demonetized, guys. Yesterday, I believe it was 6 out of the 7 videos, or 5 out of the 7, or I don't know. But as you can see, even things like facial recognition are confirmed by manual review as not to be allowed to talk about. Don't even have 1,000 views on that one, okay? But they don't want you to know that in Lockport, in New York State schools, they have a full-on facial recognition system going into place, despite the parents not wanting it, despite protests, despite it not even being standardized by the New York State school system. See, they're going to do that, and then I'm not an authoritative source, so it's demonetized, so it gets downranked, and it has 50 to 80% less circulation. Also, can't make me money, and it can't allow me to keep doing this again and again and again every day when we see corruption. But I'm going to keep going. So back to Bayer, and they're infected factor 8. Sorry, I almost did that. There we go. They're infected factor 8. Here's another one. Oh, it paid millions in HIV infection cases, not just in English. Yeah, that's because you sold it to Europe and Japan. That's what you did. And you covered it up. All right? So when you think, and like here's some more blood money. I mean, you guys can look into all this stuff. This is not new. So this trial in the UK, it's pretty shocking to some. Again, 3,000 of the 5,000 assumed dead. the one person who did the inquiry, 50 people, 16 still alive from this, injected them with that. Not surprising to me. And it's not surprising that someone like Pfizer suppresses information about a drug that worked in 64% of the cases to stop Alzheimer's, to stop memory loss, to help our loved ones, to help us live a more quality life into our 60s, 70s, 80s, and hopefully 90s. That's what this is about. Control, money, and that's it, baby. It ain't about curing anybody. Trust no one out there. You know, I did a video earlier today on angels of death. I hope you checked that out. And we're going to keep it up, guys, no matter what. So now is the time, if you are not subscribed, to get subscribed. And you can ring that bell for notifications, or you can just be smart. Go up here to the little star it as a favorites, and just check back. We're going to do 6 to 10 videos daily here on subjects that matter, things that are real, and if we get demonetized, we get demonetized. What can I do? Guys, I do work over at News for a Change and We Are Change as well. Plenty of great stories over there. Go check them out. But again, if you're not subscribed, I need those subscribers. I got to start getting, right now, I'm trending on Social Blade. That's a good thing. Look, I was doing well here all throughout. And then somewhere in May, a couple weeks ago, all of a sudden, everything started going down. So now I've not only doubled, tripled, quadrupled my efforts, but I'm going to go. A lot of people were telling me I looked like shit and that I needed some sleep. Guys, I got that sleep. I got about 8 hours, and I am raring to go. I'm going to be doing some stuff on Amazon censoring videos. As we know, the new YouTube adpocalypse. A lot are talking about the Vox adpocalypse. That's a cover story. They were doing this anyway. The Vox Crowder battle, total cover story as an excuse to go after more and more. They had this planned. Lee Stewie of Press for Truth sent me an article where they were talking about this in France over the Christchurch videos. Okay, so this has all been planned for some time. This is the next implementation of it, and it's not just YouTube, it's Amazon. Amazon just banned, and hopefully we're going to have Aaron on later. If we don't, we're still going to do a full video on it. They banned Of the Minds of Men, which had a 4.3 with 76 reviews, saying that its content was bad. It's bad. It's bad. It doesn't meet our community standards. I'm like, what? What do you mean it doesn't meet your community? What the hell are you talking about? Let's go to that right here. So there it is, The Minds of Men. Let's click on it. The title is currently unavailable. Oh, okay. And there's the form email. By the way, I did this because I saw a story by Wired calling for videos on GMOs, for instance, to be taken down. So we're going to do a full report on how the censorship is way further than just YouTube. It's seeping into Amazon. Because of this, I have started my own BitChute channel. Some pretty sparse on my uploads. It's not easy to get all this stuff done, but I'm going to be hopefully doubling my efforts and putting more uploads over there. So if you want to follow me on BitChute, it's Jason Burmis. Pretty easy to find me. And I want to thank you for watching this video. It's only through you guys' support that I'm going to be able to continue doing this. And believe me, I want to continue doing this. I feel we have a very huge lack of actual independent voices out there. I am not right. I am not left. I am not afraid to call out pundits on both sides on their utter horseshit and propaganda. This is about freedom. This is about reality. And this is about citizens taking back their country, taking back their government, which was supposed to be a constitutional republic with checks and balances, with a judicial, an executive, and a legislative branch that didn't let one of them get out of control. And now what do we live in? We live in a national security slave state where we are constantly propagated against. So once again, my friends, I will be back on the flip with more videos today. Thank you so much for joining me.